All right, so our second video with discriminant, remember discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. At a glance, these look like pretty standard quadratic equations, so we're just practicing, finding the a, b, and c. Once we find that discriminant, getting used to determining the nature of the roots, so listing off what we know about the roots. So in our first example, a is 1, b is -6, and c is 9. Our discriminant is equal to b squared. Do you guys notice how I've been putting parentheses around my b? Here's why, because as soon as there's a negative number, those parentheses are very important. So b squared minus 4 times a times c, which is 9. All right, a -6 squared is a positive 36. And then do you see how we have a -4, but these are all positive numbers over here? So a negative times a positive is a negative. And then 4 times 1 times 9 is 36. And so our discriminant is equal to 0. So then we just take a look at our notes from the intro again. If your discriminant is equal to 0, that means that your roots are real, but your roots are going to be equal to each other. It means the two roots you find will be the same number, and they will be rational. And that one is set. All right, next one, nice start again. We've got everything on one side, 0 on the other side. So A is 1, B is -6, and C is 10. So when we set this up in our formula, discriminant equals b squared, so -6 squared, minus 4 times a times c. So -6 squared is a positive 36, and then I check for my negatives. I have 1 negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 1 times 10 is 40. So our discriminant is equal to -4. All right, so what does it mean if your discriminant is less than 0? So take a quick look at your notes. That means that our roots are imaginary and they are conjugates. I don't even know what word that is. Where's the A? Conjugates. There we go. And for example, all that means is, if your discriminant is negative, that means I is brought in to the answers for the roots. So again, you could have 2 plus 3i and 2 minus 3i. Those are conjugates. Or you might see it 2 plus or minus 3i from the quadratic formula. These are just random examples I'm throwing out right here. So that's not part of anything. What we just figured out was the discriminant was negative and the roots are imaginary and conjugates.